Hey everybody, it is Liz with Liz Art Finds. We are here today with haul number 56. Hope everybody had a fantastic Thanksgiving. And it's been a busy week around here between sales and shopping. Lots of stuff going on. So first up, we had our Italy train last Sunday over on Niknax. And I only sold a few things, but let's just go through it real quick. These are the things that sold. That giant Murano plate that I showed you guys just like a week ago, I think. Yeah, I think last week it sold that night. So that was amazing. We'll go through, actually, I wanted to go through the specifics. So my cost of goods on everything was $37.99, so $38 in. And my total sales were $112. And after all the fees and things, my profit was $58.43. And that is profit. They're going to send me $112, but there were fees that were paid out, etc. So $58.43. So the specifics, these little Deruta heart plates, I paid $2.09 for each of those, and they each sold for $8 at auction. The little bird was a surprise to me. The Murano bird was part of a glass haul probably 2 years ago, and its beak was broken. And even with the broken beak, he sold, and there was a little bit of a bidding war. I started him at $4. He actually sold for $12. I had $5.98, so $6 into him. So he doubled his money, which was a complete surprise to me. He's otherwise in great condition. He just had a little bit of a boo-boo on his nose. The little Venetian mask, I had bought that a couple years ago for $1.99. That sold for $8. This little beautiful Murano perfume I got recently, and I paid up a little bit with the shipping. It was $17.46 that I paid for it, but it sold for $34. This little dish here that I found recently that I showed you guys when I found it, I paid $2.39 for it. Sold for $10 at auction. And then the big Murano bowl, I had paid $5.99 and it sold for $32 at auction. So that was a fun little event. Then over on actually still on Niknax, I sold this ornament. This was a buy it now that was in my store, and someone went in and made an offer on that. And I did not write down on the back of this what it sold for, but I think the profit on it was $10 or $15 on that one. Okay, over on eBay, these I did write down. First up, Coach purse. This had been in my store for probably 2 years over on eBay. I paid $9.99 for it. It sold for $21. These boots, I was so excited when I found those. And again, that was at least a year ago. I think it was probably about a year ago now. They were Stuart Weitzman, beautiful, beautiful boots, brand new. I paid $11.99 for them. They sold for $50. I had originally had them listed much higher, but kept dropping the price, and they sold for $50. This little eggplant keyboard, cutting board, new with a little spreader. It was bamboo. I paid $3.99 for it a while ago. It sold for $12. The toaster that I bought up in Rhode Island last year, at the time I thought it was a brilliant buy. Turned out to be not so much. It was a very big box and it sat in my garage for 1 year. So don't recommend that. $5.99 I spent. It sold for $10.99. So again, I dropped the price a number of times on that, and it was not a good pickup. And then most recently, I showed this to you guys. I got it just a couple weeks ago. I paid $8.39 for it, and it sold for $21.50. And this was a bunch from 2010, a bunch of Yankee Candle votives, still new in package, hadn't been open. They still smelled good. So yeah, $8.39 into $21.50. So it was, it was a good week. I mean, no huge major sales, but a good number of little ones. So it was good. All right, I went out twice this past week. I went out, I got, the day before Thanksgiving, I got a half day off of work. So I was out and about shopping then. Found a few things, not a ton, but we'll go through them. And then yesterday I had a little shopping marathon. So Saturday the 30th, I spent my day and I went to, let's see, few places that I didn't actually buy anything. So if you count all of them, I went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Went to 9 places. They didn't all have things to buy. So it was a busy, crazy day driving around. And each place, it was just a couple things here, a couple things there. There's, you know, the treasures are few and far between this time of year for some reason. Or I'm just hitting it wrong, but I did find a couple great things. Well, let's get into it. One more announcement. Next week, glass show, I guess I can announce that at the end. I'm going to be doing a 1-hour glass show on the 7th of December, which is Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be working all that day at an event, and I'm hopeful I will be home in time to be ready to do a show at 9. So fingers crossed on that. All right, let's get into it. The first place I went, one thing, I found a pair of owl shakers. They were full of salt and pepper at the time. They are from Japan. The importer is Viking Import Trades. I paid 50 cents per owl, so I paid $1 for the set. They sell around $8. Yeah, and I mean, they sell. So I picked them up. They're super cute. Owls sell, and there were a lot of them that have already sold right around $8. Actually, I wrote 8 to 12, but the last one that sold was 8. Then I went to one more place, actually 2 more places that day. So this next thing I found this brass bike key holder thingy. And again, it's brass. Brass has been doing well. I paid $1.99 for it. They sell 12 to 18. There were a couple less, couple more, but a lot of solds on this. So I thought it was a good pickup. It's in excellent condition. I don't know how old it is. There's no maker, no signature, no nothing I can find. But there are a few different ones like this, and they sell. So I picked that up. Also picked up a Cinderella ornament. It still has its tag. It's glass ornament. It is a company called Noble Gems by Kurt S. Adler, handcrafted glass ornaments. It's got a little crown that says KSA, I guess for Kurt S. Adler. It does say it's made in China on the back. But it says hand blown, hand painted, handcrafted. Each glass ornament is styled in the tradition of European mouth-blown glass. Skilled artisans hand paint each ornament with intricate detail. Each noble gem is exclusively designed to be part of your Christmas traditions. So I didn't see a Cinderella one in the solds. I looked up other Kurt S. Adler things about this size. So they sell 12 to 18. I saw other Cinderella ornaments. I did not see a Cinderella ornament by this particular artist. So I don't know, how quickly it would sell. I'm hopeful 12 to 18 is reasonable. And again, I paid $1.99. This one is probably for me. It is probably not going to sell. This is a candle, brand new. Actually, yeah, I think it's new. I don't think it's been burned. I think that's just the way it was designed. It's got like a Jerusalem city scene on it. Beautiful wax candle. There's no, it would have been a sticker at the bottom. There's not. I see some listed. I don't see any sold. So it's really hard to know what the value on this would be. Probably just 6 to 8. I paid 99 cents. I'm probably going to keep this. At least for a little bit, and then we'll decide on what to do with that. And then I found this really nice pottery votive holder, and it's signed. I don't know what this is signed. This is one, think I was holding it upside down. I still don't know what it says though. So it's either that way or that way. And I will probably post that in a pottery group at some point. I've got a couple other pottery things I need to get sorted out. To follow up real quick on the mysteries from last week, I don't have an answer on any of them yet. I posted the glass ones in glass group, and everyone there is as stumped as we are. And I posted the candle holder in a old things thrifters and pickers group on Facebook, and no responses to that either. So we'll keep searching and keep trying, and again, as soon as I have answers on what those things are, I promise I will tell you. All right, so then the next place I went, I found a puzzle, which I'm not going to show you because I threw it away, because I bought that for me, and it was wooden and it was amazing, and I spent 6 hours on Thanksgiving working on it, only to realize it was probably missing about at least five pieces, probably as many as 20. I got it like, I'd say 50% done. It was a zillion pieces. I mean, it probably was 500 to 1,000 piece puzzle. It was fun, but also frustrating. So, little aside, probably not the best idea to buy puzzles at thrift stores if they've been opened, because chances are it didn't have all its pieces. So anyway, that was just a thing that I did for me. If all the pieces had been there, I probably would have gone back and sold it, because it was a beautiful puzzle. It was all, intricately cut wooden pieces. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Glasses. So I found these really cute mid-century modern glasses. And these are Libby juice glasses, and the pattern is Nordic. So green, blue, white, gold, Libby Nordic juice glasses. I paid 99 cents each for the pair, so $1.98 for them. And they sell for $6 to $9 each. So this is a good pattern to be on the lookout for when you're out and about. They sell, sets of 4 and 8 and, whatever. But yeah, so a pair of these, like a single one sold for $8. I think the pair would be 12 to 18 on these. So anyway, super cute. They stack, they're adorable, very mid-century, and I was excited to find those. Those will probably be in my glass show next week. All right, then I found, oh God, very similar to the one that I had probably a while ago now, probably a good 3 to 4 months ago. I had a Olaf mug, and I just listed that over on eBay. And then I saw the Cinderella one, also brand new with tags. So it's a Ray Dunn collab with Disney. So it's Disney Princess Ray Dunn. Okay. And it's got Cinderella on one side, and it's got Cinderella on the other side, and it's got the little iridescent shoe, and it's got tags. It's brand new. It's in great condition. So I paid $4.99 for this. They sell 15 to 24. And I want to go ahead and get that listed over on eBay so someone can get it for Christmas if they would like. Okay, Pier 1. All right, so then I found a pair of wine glasses. These are Pier 1. I'm just going to hold up one. A little swirl. I think the design is peppermint. I didn't write it down. I think it's peppermint is the design. It's red and white swirl. Looks just like a peppermint candy. So these are adorable. The swirl extends all the way into the into the stem. That's the word I'm trying to think of. There's no markings on them, but if you look it up, they are Pier 1, and they also sell pretty well. So I paid $3.98 for the pair, so $1.99 each. A set of 4 recently sold for 30 to 38. Well, sets of 4 have sold for 30 to 38. So a set of 2 would probably be 15 to 18 on those. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of Christmas out there right now, and a lot of glassware out there right now. If you're looking for barware, I'm just seeing tons and tons of it at the thrift. So then I found this trivet. The artist on this is Barbara LaValle, and she's based in Alaska. She started doing designs and had them put onto things. There's a lot of trivets. This one needs to be cleaned a little bit. It's got a little spot. But anyway, so her stuff sells really well, like really well. So I'm just going to show you Barbara. This is Barbara. So she describes herself as a very happy person. She was born and raised in the Midwest, and she taught art at the Bureau of Indian Affairs schools in both Arizona and Sitka, Alaska. And so that gave her a rich knowledge of Native American culture. So she went to Alaska in 1970 as a teacher. In 76, she left teaching to devote her time full-time to printmaking and painting. It says her paintings reflect her interest in people, how they live and what they do. She's a watercolor artist. She portrays whimsical, stylized characters dressed in vibrant colors. In addition to her original artwork, reproduction prints, and note cards, she's an award-winning illustrator of children's books. Her best-known book, Mama, Do You Love Me, is published by Chronicle Books, etc., etc. So anyway, this is one of her pieces depicting native dog sled. And her stuff is like, the prices are all over the place for the trivets. So I've seen 15 to 38 on the solds, and it seems to depend on like how colorful it is and how people can relate to it. Like there was one for like that was hiking, where people are going out hiking, and that one sold for $38. So I'm not sure about the dog sledding. I put down 18 to 24 on this is what I think it is worth. It's in excellent condition. Okay, so that is Miss Barbara. All right, then I found a couple Talavera things. I found a turtle trinket box. It's so cute. So this is that same sparkly, like I had a lizard. I think I might still have the lizard, and a frog. I sold one, I still have the other one. I think I sold the frog, and I still have the lizard. This turtle is the same, like it's got that glitter paint in it, so I think it's a little more recent than some of the other pieces, but it is a turtle trinket box. It's got a little spot of like glaze in there. You can see that. That's baked onto the pottery. There's also a little bit in the top here. So I think they must paint it and then do a clear glaze on top. And they got some in the inside. But anyway, he's an adorable little turtle. This is the shell. So I paid $1.99 for the trinket box. They sell 8 to 12. I also found a Talavera ornament, which I had never seen before. So I picked that up. It's super colorful. I paid $1.99 for that as well. And they're selling more 8 to 10. Most of them are like $8.99 that I'm seeing, a couple $9.99s. So yeah, I need to get that listed ASAP. Otherwise, it'll probably sell next year. Then I found this pair of swans. They were taped together. And they were only, actually they were $2.99, but I just thought they were so cool. So this painting technique, there's your face, there you are. This painting technique is called Minakari, and it comes from the Persian, the words Mina, which means paradise, and Kari, which means works on an object. And it's a craft that was originated in Persia and brought to India by the Mughals in the 16th century, primarily associated with the state of Rajasthan, where Raja Man Singh of Amber popularized the craft. So anyway, it's a very delicate, like enamel work, and you'll see it on a bunch of objects decorated. So I did not find these exact swans. I found some similar swans on Amazon. I didn't see anything on eBay that looked like these guys. The pair on Amazon is selling new for $32. So we might be able to get 8 to 16 for these guys, maybe. Not really sure. I'm just not really sure, but I just thought they were really pretty and I wanted to have them for a little while. I'm not even sure if this is metal or ceramic. It actually sounds like metal. It's metal. So that's cool. So it's very cool. It's enamel on metal of some sort. There's no signatures. There's not a lot of information on them, but I think they're cool. You know, would I recommend that you pick them up if you see them? Probably not. That's probably not something that is going to sell quickly if you have it in your store. Okay, so then that was that day. That was all Wednesday. Then on yesterday, first place I went, I found this beautiful stained glass swan. It's gorgeous. That's the back, that's the front. It's leaded glass. Everything is intact. There's no cracks. It's in great shape. I paid $1 for this guy. Things like this seem to be selling about $12 to $18. The leaded stained glass, the older stuff. So I think this was a good pickup. I really like it a lot. Yeah, I'm excited to get that one out there. I'm probably going to have that in my glass show, actually, because I'm going to need 40 items for a 1 hour show. So that'll probably be in there. Did I find this there? I did not find this there. We'll show that later. The other piece I found there was this one. And this is a honey pot. It's got its little dripper in it. Probably needs a new dripper. Looks like Mr. Dripper's a little broken on the end. I never even looked at that. So I think we'll just sell the honey pot without the dripper, or I'll buy a new dripper. Anyway, it's Susan somebody. I don't know who yet. I looked up Kuhn, I looked up Culkin, I looked up a whole bunch of different things, none of which are correct. But this is stoneware pottery, handmade, beautiful piece. The lid fits perfectly. You would have a honey dripper in here and use it for your honey. Or take the honey dripper out and use it for anything else you would like. So I just really like this. I paid $2 for it. It's probably worth, I don't know, 12, 18, 24, 18 to 24, because it is beautiful and handmade pottery. And it could be worth a lot more. I wrote down 18 to 24. I think that's reasonable. I think if I were to list it on eBay, I'd probably list it between 28 and 32 and take offers on it. I'd have to do a little more research and see what some of the other honey pots are doing. I have another honey pot listed somewhere right now for like $62 or something. Beautiful piece. So, you know, it depends. All right, then I went to the dog and cat rescue. And I always get so excited. Now they do 50% off everything. It is snowing outside, y'all. I'm in Virginia. It's snowing. Wasn't supposed to snow today. Okay. Anyway, ADD, apologies. Dog and cat rescue. A few times a year, they do 50% off the entire store. Those are my favorite times to go in because everything is generally marked right at retail, and 50% off, you can usually get some deals. They were pretty picked over, so I found one amazing cat, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to show you this cat. Check it out. Oh my God, it's the best. So look at that face. I wish it would focus better. But the cat has a little bell on her collar, a little bow, little tail is wound around here. And the artist on this is Cynthia Baird. And she did this stuff years ago. Now I'm going to show you, this is, I don't know how old this picture is. This is Cynthia Baird. It's probably at least 10 years old, maybe. Yeah, this article is pretty old. Currently, she has moved on to do fine art painting. So she does a lot of like brushwork and is it watercolor? It said 15 years ago, so it's already been more than that now. She began to dabble in fine art painting using oils and colored pencils. Oopsie. And she's been published in a lot of magazines and craft magazines and gotten awards and all the things. But a long, long, long time ago, probably, I don't know if she was doing this for 22 years before she changed tack. She was doing polymer clay animals. The article that I found was in a dog, it's about Labrador, it's a magazine all about dogs. And so they focused on her dog figurines. This is clearly not a dog, but it said she talked about the creation of her miniature clay wonders as some speak of their first child. She started out doing Christmas ornaments, little polymer clay miniatures of clowns and animals, sold them at craft shows, etc., etc. And then she started selling them at a co-op and met someone that was so enamored he wanted to basically help her mass produce. So it says, they saw Cecile's miniatures. They knew they had to get a tiny piece of the action. They were interested in selling her products wholesale through their company, and Cecile agreed. So this is marked at the bottom, Cecile. Okay. Now some of her pieces, they all have the stamp Cecile. Some of them have the dates on them as well. I've seen some as far back with the date stamps. Ones I've seen were 1993, I think. They may go back even, I'm sure they go back even further. She's someone I would love to interview, so stay tuned. I may reach out to her over Christmas. So let's see. So basically they taught her, how to mass produce stuff. So apparently what they do is they make a mold for the bodies. And then each head is individually handcrafted and attached to the body. But the bodies are mass produced in different styles. So I just thought that was really interesting. So it goes on. It's a long article. I'm not going to read all of it to you, but it was kind of fun to figure out who the artist was. And, she did this for a long time. I don't know if she's still doing it, because if you go to like her current website, which I didn't print out, it's all about painting. It doesn't even mention polymer clay. So it was kind of fun to figure it all out and realize it was the same person. But anyway, I paid very little, $1.12. So I think it was marked $2.25, and I paid $1.12 for him. Even at $2.25, it would have been a steal. So 12 to 18 on this guy, but this is the kind of thing that could get into a big bidding war if I run it as an auction. So I got to think about that. I'm actually thinking about doing it as a multi-day auction, since I don't have another cat show coming up now until May. Or I'll hold on to him till May. We'll see. But love that. So anyway, and then, like I said, I had to change tacks a little bit because a lot of their figurines and stuff were picked over. I went to the jewelry section. The best thing, coolest thing I found. I was excited about this just because it was cool. It was a rock that I'd never seen before, and my dad did rock collecting for a while. It looked like the clasp or hasp or whatever this thing is. It looked like silver to me, and stone. So I thought this was worth something. They had it marked like 12 or whatever. I paid $6.49, so it must have been $12.99. I paid $6.49 for it. I got it home and looked at it under the loop, and the clasp is stamped 925 Italy. So the chain is from Italy and is sterling silver. The rock, I have no idea what kind of rock it is, because it doesn't look like something we have here. It looks almost like a coral, or similar to Petoskey stone a little bit, but the colors on this are phenomenal. So it may be a stone from Europe, right? So I don't know. It's gorgeous. I'm excited. I paid $6.49 for it. Value is going to be hard to determine. I think 20 to 35. I think that's a good guess. At an auction, it could be more. It could be more. It could be less. Could be more. And then I found a couple bracelets. This one is exciting to me. I thought it might be Bakelite. It's not. It is cinnabar. It's some sort of plastic. and the prices of these are all over the place, but the ones with the dragons on them tend to do really well. And this guy, where is he? There's a dragon face. Yep, there's the dragon. So it's got a dragon on it. I think it's got another, like a mini dragon. It's got some florals on it. Maybe it's just one dragon and a bunch of flowers. No, there's some sort of critter here. I'm not sure. Anywho, I paid $3.50 for this bracelet. The solds are 12 to 18, but then there's some that are 24 and 48, and they all look just like similar, right? Similar to this. So I don't know. It's definitely worth more than what I paid for it. It's a little big on me. I have very, very tiny wrists, but it's pretty cool. So, and then I picked up the little copper twist bracelet. These don't sell for a ton, probably double what I paid for it. I paid $3.49. There's some solds that are $7.50 and $8 and $8.50 and what, similar. But then there was one that was $18 and there was one that was $45 and it was basically this exact bracelet. So don't know. It's also very large. I think this is a man's cuff. On me, this is ginormous. You could fit 2 of my arms in this bracelet. So it may be a man's copper cuff. But, I polished it up because it was pretty gross. But, yeah, I think it's worth a little more than I paid for it. So that was exciting. But the cat was the thing that was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. All right, then I went to, oh no, I got a vase. Hold on. Oh, got a vase also in the same place. I love this because it looks like a shirt and a vest. And the shirt, you can see the top is the collar of the shirt and it's laced up. Just very ingenious, very unique. It is signed, I believe it's signed DJL. It's stoneware, so it's very hard to tell. And it either says, it looks like it says 98. Yep, DJL 98. So it's going to be hard to track this one down. I'm going to try, but it's a beautiful piece. So I'll probably hang on to this one for a little bit and try to figure out who made it. There are some studio pottery identification groups online, and this is really unique, so if someone recognizes that style, I'm sure that it would be readily identifiable. So I paid $4.49 for it. It's worth 18 to 32 plus. Again, depending on a million things. Okay, so then next place, I found a Daruda mug. I thought about splitting this into 2 videos, but I'm going to try to just go through it pretty quick. I'm not sure I'm going to have a chance to run out thrifting this week. We'll just kind of have to see how it goes. Next weekend, I've got the show on Saturday, and with any luck, I'll be traveling or getting ready to travel, or I don't know. We'll see. A lot going on. Anywho, this is signed Altieri Erise, and I don't know if that's a place or if that's a person. It looks like my Daruda mugs and my Daruda plates. I mean, pretty much the exact same designs. So I believe this to be Italian. And I paid 99 cents for it. They're worth 12 to 24. I picked up a pot. Here it is. And this is one I don't know that I'd recommend that you pick up if you see them. The sell-through on these is not great. I probably still have something similar where it's got the design and then it's got that one panel that has a scene on it. But this one says Cusco, Peru. Instead of saying it on the base, it actually says it in that scene. So it's beautiful. There's no issues with it. It's an absolutely beautiful pot. But they don't sell quickly. I paid $2.99 for it, and I put a price on this as $5 to $15. I'll probably sell that or try to sell that in a show, like live. And then after that, if it doesn't sell, it'll go up on one of the sites. I'm not really sure yet. I found this glass giraffe. Love this. So this is from Sweden. It will be in my glass show. There's no tag, but it's a very, if you do a Google image search, there's no doubt what this is. The company is called, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce this right, Enerida. Enerida, or Enerida, Glassbrook. So that would probably be like Glassworks, in Sweden. Look at that bottom, how clear that is. Like, it's just spectacular. So this is just a beautiful piece. And you can see that it's pulled, right? So when the glass is hot, they just go, and they pull the nose. And they make little dots for the eyes. It's just really, really well done. $4.99 was what I paid for it. And the solds are all over the place. There were solds at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 39. But the lower price ones are the more recent ones. So it looks like in the past, they were selling for higher and the prices come down. So 10 to 18, 12 to 18 on this guy. Yeah, but he's awesome. Super, super clear, no cracks, no issues. And then I found a little pig. I don't know what he is. Maybe a shaker. I've seen others that are shakers. And the only reason I'm saying that is because he has eyes that are holes. Now, the ones that were banks, they're bigger and they have a slit on the back. The ones that are shakers typically have holes on the back. This guy does not, but he has this little plug. So he's a little vessel of some type. And the eyes, I don't know if they go through. I think they go all the way through, so it could be a shaker. Or it's just a decorative little pig. Or you could use it to hide stuff, small stuff. Or use it as a side vase. Maybe put some dried flowers coming out of the nose. I have no idea. Maybe incense? If you left this off, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up right now. It's just a little pig, a little spongeware pig. So I paid $3.99, which was probably too much. 99 cents would have been a pickup. $3.99, I don't recommend it. The solds are 8 to 12 on those little spongeware guys. I didn't find that exact one, so I'm just kind of guessing. Then I got two more places I went. I found, and this was my big gamble. It was a big gamble, and I lost. So it's a Viking porky pig, and I'll tell you what the gamble was in a minute. It has its sticker, it says Viking. It's old, it's clear. There's also like a pink one and a light blue one out there, but there's some that are uranium glass that glow. The ones that glow, the solds are $58. I did not have a black light with me. I took a gamble. So I paid $5.59 for this little pig, assuming and hoping that he would glow uranium glass bright green. He does not. So he's worth about $5.59, or actually just $5. He's not worth a whole lot of money. If you find them and they're uranium glass, they do sell for $58. There are two of them that recently sold, each for $58. So yeah, but Mr. Non-glowy pig, hopefully we'll get my money back out of it. He will be in my glass show next week. Okay, next, now I found the server. Okay, so this I tried to show you earlier. It's a wine bottle holder, so it sits on the table. Your wine bottle goes in here and it just balances like horizontally. This one is so cool. So it's got like this flower in there. It's got some really cool design. I didn't find anything like it. The back, it's got stuff on it because it's sitting on my table, but it's really pretty wood. It's just a really well done piece. Right? So if you have this kind of decor, it's a gorgeous piece and it works. I tried suspending my wine bottle and it works. So when I list it, you'll be able to see the photos. So $2.39 I have into this. They're worth 20 to 28. I was surprised by how much these guys sell for, the wooden ones. I didn't find this exact one, but they are all upwards of $20, which I thought was really cool. So that was exciting. I found an abalone shell. You guys may remember a while back I found one that was all like satiny on the inside. This guy is amazing. So iridescent. like so iridescent. I paid $3.99 for this guy, and they sell 12 to 20, and some way more. Like if it's the bigger ones sell for more. But what I love about this guy, there's no breakage anywhere. There's nothing rough. The iridescence is to die for. It's just a beautiful, beautiful specimen. So this was an exciting find, just because it's so pretty. So there was that, and then I found another gourd. So I've sold a lot of my good ones. This one, it may be a storytelling gourd because there's different scenes. You can see there's a scene there. There's a different scene there. There's a couple of scenes there. Right, there's a lot going on now. I did wash it, so some of the white is still drying, so you're not seeing quite as much contrast as was there originally. Like you can see it in the top. It'll dry, and you'll be able to see that white again. But it was filthy, and I needed to get all the grime off it. But yeah, so this is amazing, right? And it's got the rattle. I paid $8 for it. And I wrote down 12 to 50 and everywhere in between. The prices of these gourds are all over the place. I did just sell a couple recently for a lot less than what they were worth, but I still made a lot of money on them. This one I paid a lot more than I typically pay, you know, a couple bucks for them, but I couldn't leave it. It was in such good condition, and I know it's worth more than $8. So excited about that one. And then the last place I went, I found two things. Where are you? Here. One of them good and one of them not so good. We'll show you not so good first. And he's only not so good because there's a lot of cracks that I'm noticing. So this is great. It's a spaghetti sheepdog, right? He's the cutest thing. You can't see. He's got the little spaghetti clay, right? And he's not broken. Like there's no breaks at the ends or anything. And I looked him over pretty well, but there was a lot of tape on him. And when I got all the tape off, I noticed, you may or may not be able to see it, there's a crack that runs this way. And it doesn't look like a piece came off that was repaired, but it's a weird crack. It kind of just goes, you know, through the dog. And then there's another small one down this way. So he's not in good shape. He's just not in good shape. I paid $3.99 for him. Normally they'll sell 12 to 18. In this condition, I don't know. I'll probably start him at $1 on a show at some point in the future. So I'll be holding on to him for a while until I have a dog, maybe cats and dogs show. I'm not sure. Have a dog show, but received the excitement for last night. Oh my God, I'm way over time. Super exciting piece. It's not Murano. I picked it up because it was different. So this is pewter. It says Royal Selangor. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Pewter. Okay. This is from Japan. And this is actually the Four Seasons collection. It's a 4-paneled mini tea caddy. So this comes off. It's brand new. It's not been used. It would have been used to carry tea, like powdered tea or leaf tea for travel. It's kind of fun, right? Or to store it because it's airtight. So this says the Four Seasons collection presents the quartet of plum blossom, tree peony, lotus, and chrysanthemum, traditional floral representations of the seasons in Chinese art and culture, richly sculpted in classical fashion. I'm sure I read that it said Japan, but maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, if you were to buy this new, because these are not that old, if you were to buy this new on their website, this exact thing, you want to guess? Okay, $220, right? That's new. Now, you're not going to get $220 for this right here because it comes in a beautiful wooden gift box if you're buying it new. This is the mini one. There's a larger one. So the larger ones sell between 100 and 120. This size sells between 50 and 80, pre-owned, which is really nice. I paid $3.19 for it. So this was a really pleasant surprise. I just knew it was worth more than $3.19. And when I got home and did some research, I realized, oh my gosh, this is a something. So I'm going to get this one up on eBay within the next week with any luck. We'll have that up. So that's everything. It was a lot. Sorry I kept you so long. I spent a total of $90.07 this week. Value conservatively is about $395. So I'd say 4.4 times ish, about at least four times. So that's it. So I have my live show next, the 7th at 9:00 p.m. Eastern, December 7th. My travel schedule is a little erratic for this month. A lot of here, there, and everywhere, back and forth kind of stuff. So I'm going to still try to get my videos out once a week. And if I won't be able to, I'll try to record them early so I can still get them up. We should be good. And hopefully over the next month, I will be hearing back from some of the artists, and hopefully for 2025, I'll be able to start doing some artist interviews, which I'm really excited about. So fingers crossed that all happens. Thanks so much for sticking with me. Please like, please subscribe. If there's anything that you saw today that you want, message me. Some of it will be on Niknax, some of it will be on eBay. Some of it will sit around for a while, so if you want it, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.